Like, the reason you expose people to better artists and go, this is someone else, is so that they know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people are. What matters is what you are and you want. That's what art has always been about. It is about personal expression. And your personal expression can never compare to others because others aren't trying to express what you are. That's the fucking point. You want to know when I really started writing a lot? Like, it's usually Inktober because I think it's fun to do. It makes me hate myself. And you know what got me writing? It's just randomly, hey. Goodbye Volcano High just sneaks into my brain and goes, hey, us Snook Game are about to start occupying your goddamn mind for fucking months. I don't get to decide that. You can't buy that with any money. If she saw the art and went, I'm gonna drop art. I'm just gonna open up a I don't know, auction house. I'm pretty well off, you know? I have a giant-ass bedroom. I'm pretty well off. No, pseudo-nim. Pseudonym. Synonymous, though. I mean, we could do that as like a child. Like, Anon is fucked up. I don't know. But it's going to be big. Yeah. Because a bunch of them dropped the fuck out. Well, that's any school. I've already said that. Like, any school was like that. Industry professionals. Ooh. I don't know, Liz. Some people don't want to go halfway across the fucking town to go to a school that happens to not be... What are you talking about, Liz? Also, Liz is interested in Damien, who's, like, explicitly this person she's complaining about. Get out of here, Liz. Shoo. The next one wears red. Or he could wear yellow. Maybe we can have two conjoined characters, and one wears red and the other wears yellow. Have orange in the middle. I love how she immediately acknowledged, oh, fuck. He's still cool, though. Ugh. Who needs Naomi from Goodbye Volcano High to fuck it up? Definitely the friendly type. Yeah, we can make yellow the one where we have one character that's all three games at that point. Just like with red, green, blue, you know, like the super edition of the generation. Someone is posting something at me. Who is this? Oh no, it's adorable. Oh my, it's an adorable kobold. Come on. You're in one of the chats, man. Here's an adorable kobold who's wearing a big belt that's too big for him. And he's wearing big boots. They're also a little too big. So, like, if you have a neck this long, right? If you have an appendage that's this lengthy. This girthy. Like, I imagine that getting it twisted and spun up and twisted into a knot, it's gotta be like a huge problem that you're constantly thinking about. He's doing all the nerd fallacies. For strength, for stamina, Como. I told you. Keep what in mind? You gotta be more specific, Cloaker, because we're going through a bunch of stuff, and I'm going through a bunch of stuff in my brain. So by the time your comment arrives, my brain is like, huh? It's like that primordial SpongeBob going, huh? You know, I mean, I would see it'd be kind of cute if, like, someone like Damien discovers a love of a certain type of art. Something like, I don't know, sculpting. He's like, you know, I really like moving around a lot. So I like kinetic arts. Like a performance. Yeah, like... is someone going to tie her head into a knot? Because that'd be fucking funny. That'd just be the best. Also, probably actually legitimately kill her. But hey, anything for a laugh, am I right? I mean, for the compilation stuff, the thing is, I wanted to put Trico, but then I'm like, I could just put Ophinia in and get all my goobers in one basket. And have Octave for the other stuff. And then keep most of the other characters around. Spears becomes principal, because the Gabavican High Principal is just fucking nothing. Might as well replace him with someone who has something to do. Most of the teachers in Snoot Game don't really do much. You can just discard all of them if you don't like them. Admittedly, it's not like Gabavican High's got a good track record when it comes to adults either. Don't expect her to warm up to you because, you know, she's cold-blooded. She just loses all the heat immediately. You know, it's weird. Like, originally I was really into Damien, but there's something about Damien that's rubbing me the wrong way. He's a cute himbo, don't get me wrong. But there's something about Damien that just feels a little off. Like, he's like dumb in a certain way. Like, there's something about him that I don't like. Also, aren't you, like, working on the computer? Why are you looking at me all the time? Look at the screen, lady. Just gonna point out that if your world does a lot, is different from other worlds, such as higher rates of adoption and the like it's more common for, like, hey, listen. That's something that brought up in the cost of moving on, is that Trish notices, man, there's a lot of humans here. More than I thought, especially since Anon isn't even around. With the perspective being like, oh, there are more people here that know humans or have human parents than I thought. Some people have theorized that Olivia is a metaphor for the caveman on as a development team, and no one would elaborate yet. Cloaker, you can't drop that bombshell on me and just move on with your life. That is weirdly specific. What, because they've been quiet about the game? That's a bad answer. That's a bad answer, and I know it. Damien is patient and outgoing, but something about him feels, like, neglectfully dangerous. I envy that he's a big himbo. Hey, fair. I don't know. I think what my problem is that being friends with Damien has so much risk associated with it. Like, he'll get you in trouble by proximity. It's funny she says that because you break open Olivia quite fast. Like, in a day or in, like, a week, you already have her talking and do the whole, like, barbecue thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, it makes a point of it, and then it's like, nah, we've solved this in a week. We're already past the stage that she's worried about. Like, I'm not saying Olivia's 100% on board by that point, but you've massive strides compared to what everyone is saying. Also, Cloaker, if you do not follow up on that when you can elaborate, I will be very angry at you. I'll be very angry at you. You will follow up on that, or I'll be very angry and very sad. Why is everyone hamming on this so much? Like, Inko has met Olivia, like, once. Twice, if you consider, like, she's in the corner of the room somewhere while something is going on. And immediately everyone's like, don't go after Olivia. She'll be the toughest challenge yet. Inko, you must go after Olivia. She's the princess. Ben is like, don't go after Olivia. You're not high enough level yet. No. Like, everyone is immediately making a big fuss about it. It doesn't quite work for me, and I think that's why it slides off of me in a way. Short version, the people think they are using it as a metaphor for not being able to succeed or fail on their own merits. Remember... Let's focus on that for a bit. Remember how I said, Cloaker, that the first year of this entire group... Oh, that's worse. That I was about to say, you can click into that Goodbye Volcano High, like, Snoot game released when this was year 1, and that's when Olivia makes the painting? Ooh. That is the fanfic. That is the fanfic fear, isn't it? That no one actually likes your work. The only reason they care about you, is because you're writing about something that they care about already. Like I don't see how Olivia fits into that, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, I don't see the connection. But I can see why that would be a problem. Especially since I imagine that Caveman they've done other stuff. But I've not heard... This lunch hour takes forever, but that's mostly because we're just taking forever. I'm taking forever. Remember to properly dispose of it, Inko. She's a bit sluggish, even if short, and was quite funny. I don't get... Listen, I'm very dense. I'm sorry. I'm very dense. Yeah. Look, we read the original version last time, and it's super close to the finished product. And they polished it up over time a lot. Like, they added Ending 4 and everything. But if you want to... Listen, here's the problem I have with that. If you want to move away from that, why did you do the 4 ending and the point structure again? Why are you effectively just doing the same story again? Are you that desperate to prove that you aren't just that? Because you're just proving the point, if anything. Although maybe that's the point. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm writing all this garbage stuff, similar to each other as it is, because I have fun. Because it's a way to spend my time. Inko hands in his project. I love how he already has like a magnum opus. You're what? Like not even 20, buddy. Fuck off. Oh man, it's my favorite character, Just in Time. I love Just in Time. I love that he's what an all-American hero, logging off his hard drive. Yeah, it's her duty day. She probably gets away with just being late and everything, so don't worry. See, like, I as a person have already kind of given up on myself, in a good way. In the sense that I don't care if people only know me for X, Y, or Z. It doesn't matter anymore. Although I'll never be an actual professional artist. I'm not going to make any money off this garbage. I imagine it's a bit... No, actually, I imagine if it's your job, like, if you're making money off of it, who cares? They didn't make any money because they couldn't. They really couldn't. I love that there's a guy who has said, like, hey, why don't you just do Snoot Game again, but with the serial numbers? So, like, why not? You might as well, really. You get a polished final version and put it up on a storefront. Ugh. What the hell was with that crackle and static? Ew. That was gross. The hairless student. That's just rude, man. Resignation in life based. Poor snapshots of everyone else. I do appreciate that he actually sounds like an artist, having those kinds of concerns. Now that you've had a small taste of it, we'll start with your first photography assignment. Proper lighting. Gotta keep those voices in my head or I'll forget about them. I think Liz is just like the straightforward girl voice, which isn't a lot, but my register I don't think is good for it. I've been told that if I listen to trans people, I can get a really good girl voice. But admittedly, that just, I don't know if that's a can of worm I want to touch with my hands. I might not like what comes out the other end. It might be too convincing, and everyone will get confused. I'll get confused. Why is there static in this song? Like, is the song broken or something? The humans in this universe are hairless, but dinosaurs have hair. Oh, that's just goofy. You can highlight a turd all you want. It's still a turd. Yeah, like, Inko is the only hardcore human. I'm pretty sure Spears is a Neanderthal. Or something. I always got that impression from him, at least. You know, if Yadakon is supposed to be a mentor character, he hasn't done anything. He has that scene later, but that's, like, way late, all things considered. Like, again, why have the big flashy opening sequence instead of just establishing the character earlier? Is a fair point. Oh yeah, Carl. Huh. Is Jingo a dinosaur? I don't even know if Dr. Professor Jingo counts, because I don't even know what he is. He just has a massive triangular nose. Ah! The static is back. I love that Yadakon just doesn't give a shit, though. He'll fucking murder you if he gets the chance. What about him from Wani? Him? Who is him? Did they put the Powerpuff Girls character in here? You can't just stop it. Shush. You can't seal the pack without blood or spit, buddy. Oh yeah, we're doing this stupid sequence again where he just gets stuck up in his head. Admittedly, if this is a returning gag, I'm okay with it. I think it's great that to show that Inko is a fucker. Just, he's so sick of it. Like, it really shows, like, the slow degradation of his expressions. Mike Dawson is getting bored. What I love the most is, like, they agree to a collab, and Inko just immediately hijacks it with his brain. Yeah, to be honest, compared to Anon, where it's very obvious what his fucking deal is, Inko's deal seems to be that he's a bit of a goober, but now it's like, no, he has a legitimate problem. I want to get out of this scene because I want to get out of this goddamn soundtrack. It's hurting my ears. Or at least it's making me feel uncomfortable. I got a sandwich to eat. Talk to your goddamn partner. I love what I gave him. A Japanese-esque voice. When Yadakon is the more obvious contender. Especially in terms of language. But hey, you know, mixing things up is part of the fun. Mixing things up is part of the fun. Considering how long her neck is, Liz probably has a very deep voice. Like an elephant. If one of Ben's character traits was that he knew, like, say, first aid, then you could have him say, like, hey, these are the red flag symptoms. Do you have any of them? Always find a moment to have characters express character traits, implicitly through their actions. Man, I love that little couple picture though. Combo, you still there? If you are, I'm not sharing my sandwich with you. Oh my god, he's going into his head again. Oh no, he's saying this. It's hard to tell. With Inko, you're never quite certain if he's saying it to someone else or himself. And on the leaves was obvious. Ah! I'll be honest, I don't like this pose. I don't like this pose. I don't know what it is. There's something about his hand that feels too small, even though I'm pretty sure it's on model and perfectly fine. You made your own. I don't even know what I said that you would make. I'm very intelligent. Alright, like I said, I've not been sleeping great lately. Okay, we're just, no. So, did the writer of the initial draft of Snoot Game get involved with Caveman, or was his idea just hijacked? You know, that's a perfectly fair argument to make, actually. For a silent paraplegic, it's impressive how many people you've kicked in the shins. How do you do it? No! You can't make your own sandwich. I have the high ground. With my sandwich. Again, if Yatacon is supposed to be a mentor, I feel like it'd be more appropriate to draw Inko out of his head. My personal reading is that Inko's supposed to be a naive, self-centered 1%er that doesn't understand to get to the money. That would make more sense if he actually throws goddamn money at problems, instead of just sitting there being a little narcissist. Also, like day one, he's doubting his own ability when he sees Olivia's painting. So he doesn't feel narcissistic, he just feels insecure and a little self-centered. A lot of people like that, who are self-centered, will tend to see that other people, who are good in their eyes, share qualities with them, and therefore their own qualities are good. That kind of stuff. I haven't seen that so far either. Although, maybe with Ben, because like Ben is doing all the camera stuff, and he's friends with Nia, but it's like really not great for everyone, actually. I'm just thinking out loud, I'm very tired, so I'm thinking very poorly. Bad things. Smelly. It's literally day 2, my man. What the hell? Man, I love that. It's a nice sandwich, though. I'm just saying, they should have included some chair backs or something they could use. Because I wasn't even, like, I forgot they were sitting down. I thought Ayataka was just very tall. Like, Inko, you're perfectly tall, man. Come on. Ah, yes, the history class. Stages of continental drift. You know, my personal favorite of human history has got to be the Perm. Beautiful time. Not a lot of humans, but I think that's what makes it such a special time to research, you know? Because there's just no goddamn record to look at. You can just make all that shit up.